Hi Alex, so I've sent you a Algo, an ADL Algo file. I'm going to show you how to load it up. So you'll need to put it onto the hard drive or the desktop of the machine that your X-Trader is on. You'll need to pull your TT taskbar over, and you want to go to here, Algo dashboard. Okay. So by clicking that, we'll bring up this here. This is my Algo dashboard. I've got a few running at the moment. Got a nasty shitty bun trade on. So on the Algo dashboard, it lists all the algorithms you got loaded. I got loads loaded. But what you can do is you can right click, favorite, and it puts a star beside it, and then you go to my favorites, and it just displays a couple. Excuse me. So to load it up, Algo SE, deploy. I'm going to look through the Algo, it says Alex. I left click Alex, and I put the arrow here to select it. You can select more than one at a time. So I could go those three in, then I can move a couple back if I have to. Okay, and deploy. I already have it deployed, so I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to cancel. I've already got it there. So this is the algorithm. So I'm going to right click, open in ADL. This is going to bring up the actual window where you do the programming. So here it is. This is the code behind this algorithm. So there's only a couple of bits you need to pay attention to. The rest is all in there. Excuse me, I've come back with a freaking horrible cold. So what I've done here, it's defaulting to DAX at the moment, but it's user defined. So that's going to give you a drop down menu where you can change the contract. It's pulling information from the contract. So the instrument block is the contract, then it pulls information from that. So it's pulling the minimum tick size, it's pulling the ask, the bid, it's pulling time of sales as well. This box is also user defined, so it's set at the moment at 60 seconds. Okay, basically that means the information you're getting is the last 60 seconds. So say you were 1 minute 35 seconds into the DAX market, it's only been open 1 minute 35 seconds, it's only going to have pulled the last 60 seconds. It's not going to have the full 95 seconds, it's not going to have just the 35 seconds of the second minute, it's going to have a continuous 60 seconds, the last 60 seconds of trading. Okay, because to me, for what you were telling me you wanted, I think that's more relevant. How often is it pulling the data down? Every second. It's pulling data down every single second. So it's like a heartbeat. The alert threshold, this is user defined as well. Sorry, the 60 seconds is user defined as well. This here is user defined. So basically, you're going to want to change this. You're going to want to change your contracts. You're going to want to do that a lot. What you're going to want to do is, in this is the quantity that is your, okay, that's my bar. I want an alert every time it goes over that. So if the average volume in the DAX is 500 lots a minute, and you've decided, okay, I want to go 1500 lot, I want to be 3 times, I want to know if it trades 3 times the average 1 minute volume. Okay, you'd set that at 1500. Okay, and it goes greater than or equal to. The rest of the information here is basically the workings of the algorithm. And what it does is it feeds through to basically this section here. This section here is pulling every trade and analysing every trade. And it's analysing to add all the trades up. But what it's also doing, I've got into it so that you can maybe expand on it later, or I can expand on it later for you, is it's analysing whether the trade is happening on the bid side or the ask side. So you could, in theory, down the road go, okay, I want an alert if 80% of the business in the last 60 seconds was happening on the bid side, or vice versa. So that's easy to do as well. So that will feed through, and basically the magic number you want is going to come through here. This is going to be the total of all the trades in the last 60 seconds. So then that feeds up to here. So basically I've gone last 60 seconds traded, is greater than or equal to the alert threshold. Boom, 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 creates an alert. This you're going to want to change as well. So with this, double left click, it's going off every 5 seconds at the moment. It's doing an alarm and a pop-up box. Is the car brake at the moment. You can change it to whatever you want. You said you wanted a voice saying yen or whatever. So you would go in here, you go set sound, and you would find wherever you'd recorded a WAV file that says yen. You mentioned one of the boys in the office could help you out with that. So I'm not changing it, so I don't need to do that. I've got a pop-up box coming up as well. What you would need to do though is for every different WAV file you have, say for example you had one that said euro, one that said yen, you would have to save the algorithm under that name each time. So what you would do is you go, okay, I'll go in there, I'll change my noise to, change my noise to something else, and then I go up here and I go, okay, save as, and I save it as yen. That's now going to be on my desktop because that's where my desktop defaults to saving them from. So I go there. Actually, what we'll do, we'll save it as Alex2. Let's save it as Alex2. So I save one as Alex2 because it's a different noise. I exit because I've saved it, and then I have to go up and I have to deploy Alex2. So I go, okay, Alex2 deployed on my desktop, boom. So I've got Alex and Alex2 now. Different fill noise on each. So I said you'd have drop-down menus. So your drop-down menus are as follows. Drop-down menu for the contract. So it's basically every contract that's on your TT will be in that window. Okay. Action over the last how many seconds. You can change that. You could go 2 minutes. You could go 90 seconds. You could go 30 seconds. Okay. And then your alert threshold. Okay. For example, let's try something here. So if I wanted to do euro. So I'm going to go, okay, euro, September contract, okay, last 60 seconds, and I want to know if the volume is over 200. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go euro. I change the name of the algorithms to euro. Sorry, I should have done that first. Should have done that first. My apologies. So 6E, September, 200. Okay, start. It's going to add up the volume here. Every trade from the last 60 seconds is going to be in there. But what I can do now is I can change the name again. I'm going to go rename. So keep 2 of them on your desktop. So you've got Alex and Alex2. Keep 2 of them on your desktop. So one's a blank canvas, the original algorithm as it is, and the other one's you're just changing. So you can see the you can see it. So I'm going to go 150, and I'm going to go NASDAQ, CME, thank you, set 150, start. Okay. Reason I'm doing that is you're going to see in a second as one of them goes off. So NASDAQ's going to go off in a second. So NASDAQ went off. It was the original Alex one. So it had the car brake noise. But so the alert comes up, volume threshold breached, NASDAQ. So it's telling you the contract. By changing the name for every one you do, you or saving them as different ones with a voice, you would have the name of the algorithm there as well. So put the contract in there. Okay. So basically, I've set this up so it should run all day. What it should do now is if it drops back below 150 and then goes back above 150, it'll alert you again. Okay. Right. I think that's it. If you've got any questions, let me know. And I'm trying to keep it as brief as possible. Yeah. So yeah, if you want anything else done to it, if you want to explore the percentages, the buys versus sells, then I can do that. Okay. Thanks a lot.